Good evening, everyone. I'm Erin Clark. Dan Green is off tonight. Well, as we get ready to welcome in 2014, people in Chular had to say goodbye to the mysterious crop circle discovered Monday morning. Tonight, the crop circle is no more. Plowed under earlier this afternoon, the design cut into the Chular field attracted many onlookers, and some were disappointed to see it go.
It's pretty sad. Like, it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Like, why get rid of it?
It would be very easy to tell, like, if you were able to look at how it was laid down, if it was, a bunch of people with boards.
Apparently, the property owner was not the person responsible for creating the crop circle. He says he was out of town on vacation when it was cut into his field. But we believe we do have some new insight, if not answers, into the crop circle's meaning. For more on that, we go to Action News reporter Michelle Imperato.
Erin, we've received plenty of input from people speculating about what, if anything, this crop circle means. But we've had a couple of Braille experts weigh in, and they seem to have the most tenable explanation. One of them is Deborah Falanga, and she's from New Jersey. She saw the pictures on our website and is certified by the Library of Congress as a Braille transcriber. She tells us that if you look at this correctly, it is textbook perfect Braille. And here's why. You have to look at it this way. This is the top, and down here at the bottom is Chular Canyon Road. Now, the Braille is in 3 rows inside of this innermost circle. So we start with the first row. This backwards L is a number indicator, meaning that everything to follow is a number. So then we have the first number, which is the Braille number 1, the number 9, the number 2. Your number indicator again, number 1, number 9, and number 2. On the second row, we start out with the Braille symbol for the letter B, followed by our number indicator, the number 1, the number 9, and the number 2. Then we have our number indicator again, followed by the number 1. So down here is the third row, and it appears to be identical to the top row. Now, what this all means, nobody can say. We here at KSBW are speculating that the B is meant to indicate that it's Braille. Now, as for the number 1, 9, and 2, there is another suggestion that those numbers are key to the pattern. So now you have to take a look at it this way, at the outer circle, and look at it as a clock face. And appropriately enough, the dots would be at the number 1, the number 9, and here at the number 2. So what does it all mean? Are these the only hidden codes in the crop circle? And is there some special meaning to all this? We're still working on that, but we may never know. Erin, back to you.
Right, we may never know, but it certainly is fun to try and figure it out. In case you're wondering, the number 192 does have some significant meaning. According to Google, 192192 is the official website for Team USA Cycling. In the California Penal Code, 192 is the code number for manslaughter. If you're thinking science, 192 is the atomic weight of the element iridium. And 192.com is a search engine for people and places in the United Kingdom. For more on what the image in the crop circle might mean, as well as a slideshow of crop circle pictures, you can visit our website at ksvw.com.
The intricate design etched into a field of barley 2 hours south of San Francisco was spotted Monday morning by Julie Bellinger, a photographer, as she and her husband were flying over. "What is it?" was her first thought, she told CNN affiliate KSBW. "Whatever it was beautiful, quite beautiful," she said, adding that they came upon it by chance but that she was skeptical that the crop circle was evidence of something otherworldly. "I believe it's possible that aliens exist, but I don't know if they would bother making a crop circle to give us a message," she said. Still, the news spread quickly. The field's owner, Scott Anthony, had just returned from vacation to his home when he got a call from one of the employees on his 2,000-acre farm outside the tiny town of Chular, 10 miles southeast of Salinas. He said, "Hey, there's a bunch of stuff out in the middle of the field, so when I went up there I go, oh, shoot," the 58-year-old farmer told CNN Tuesday in a telephone interview. What he saw was an elaborate design sculpted into 1 to 2 acres of his barley field, a crop circle more precisely, a lot of squares and rectangles within a large circle. "To me, it looks like a computer chip, or something like that," said Anthony, who added that he had no idea what may have caused it to be that intricate in design. "It kind of baffles me as to how that was done," he said about the flattened grassland. It didn't look burned to me, it just looked like it was pushed over. Soon, the news vans showed up, followed by the curious, some of whom stood on fences to get a better view. Anthony called security agents to keep people from crossing onto his farmland, where he also grows broccoli, snap peas and lettuce. It's a food safety issue, he said. That hasn't stopped the roadsides from filling with the curious, many of them self-appointed experts. It looks like aliens to me, Manuel Madrid of nearby Gonzales told KSBW. Definitely pranksters, said Brandon Brooks of Cheweller, who added, this is kind of a strange place to have anything out of the ordinary happen. The latter theory got some support from Jim Gillett, who told KSBW that he had seen 20 to 30 people with ladders in the field in the days before the design was discovered. And Jake Gaines said he too had seen evidence that humans were involved. Every time I drove by, I saw them either parked over there, he said, pointing, or people in the field just walking around, and it looked like they had little GPSs or something, he said. And someone identified solely as Cannot Say posted a 2.5-minute video on YouTube that shows green flashes of light emanating from what appears to be the field before dawn on Monday. Dude, this is a crop circle, says one of two men in the video, as they clamber from their car into the field. The founding publisher of Skeptic magazine was unimpressed. It looks like a couple of kids did this, Michael Shermer told CNN. Short of having a video of it, it's hard to prove that kids did it. So, in that case, we have to make a choice. What's more likely? That aliens landed in Cheweller, California, or that a couple of pranksters made it? We have zero evidence of aliens landing anywhere. We have lots of evidence of pranksters hoaxing. Such circles can be made by simply dragging a rope attached to a board over the grass, he said. Still, he noted, such stories are attractive to many. People seem less intrigued by pranksters than they do by aliens, so it's a compelling story for people to think that we're not alone. Farmer Anthony said he was out of town during the week before the discovery, so he saw nothing that might have tipped him off that pranksters were at work. But whoever or whatever caused the circle has caused him no lasting upheaval, financial or otherwise. The barley was planted between cash crops to add nutrients to the fields. He is planning to plow it and the crop circle back into the earth on Thursday.
Oh, about 50 yards from the crop circle, my camera was working perfectly, which, by the way, is a brand new, very expensive camera. And now, upon entering the crop circle, it lost its ability to focus, and now I think it won't even turn on.
Has it ever done this before?
Never, ever. I think it's shot.
Okay, now, if we go around the Earth and back up, what's the distance around that circle when we combine the diameter of the Earth and the diameter of the Moon?
I've seen so many bizarre crop circles. Anyway, I found this interesting because I was reading the Sumerian tablets. And Enki talks about this planetary alignment that's going to occur. It's not where they line up all in a row, but he says where they the 7 planets will take 7. The family of 7 of the sun will take their seats. So here we have.
And the obelisk is a phallic symbol, and as it is carved on top, it is the symbol for the circumcision, an old pharaonic tradition for the slaves, and a covenant with Satan or Satan. This is the symbol for the pharaonic warfare. Mix first with the obelisk in the oval, the womb, and fight the enemy from within as a virus, and strike unseen as a horned viper, being the satanic hand. And to do so, they had to take over all key positions in society, like we see here. And they look like us, they talk like us, they speak like us, they behave like us, or almost. We can't recognize them anymore. And the enemy within is very real. They fight us from the inside out. They are the real pharaohs from Egypt, the Per-A. So when Clinton, Monica and the cigar had that triangle affair going on in the Oval, the enemy within of pharaohs and masons knew exactly what was going on, that the message was classical AIHS stuff. Watch ISIS behind. Where a cigar played the obelisk and phallic symbol, Clinton for Osiris, Monica for Isis, and the Oval Office for the womb and the ictus. Go and multiply yourself, the pharaoh and the cigar said, because the carved top is the phallic front, so penetration has indeed succeeded. And for the worldwide royal Per-A community, it felt indeed as being set back 4,000 years ago at the royal court at the River Nile, with all the wonderful stories going on with cigars and such. So here you can see Muslims throwing stones at an obelisk, and the pharaohs, I hope. This is very nice, I like this. But what Mecca, St. Peter's Square, the Vatican and Washington, America have all in common is the obelisk and the oval, as these pharaohs ruled the whole world, all peoples and all races. So this is what the obelisks in the Vatican and in Washington have in common. They both portray the full act of penetration inside the oval. Just as outside on the lawn the obelisk has penetrated the oval of the Vesica. And even on the Muslim Kaaba, the oval of the mother goddess and probably Isis can be seen in Mecca. Ka is pharaonic for the soul when still alive, and Ba after death, like Kaaba. And when Allah stands beside it, it becomes Kabbalah, the Kabbalah. Well, this looks like the hand sign Mrs. Merkel makes, doesn't it? And if you cross Upper Egypt from the pharaohs, from Amarna, and you cross the Red Sea, well, you get in Mecca immediately, which is a harbour town. So, what can I say? So if you see politicians like the German Merkel doing the oval with her hands, then you know where that's from. It's the symbol of the Sisters of Isis, where the name Switzerland is from. See the Pharaoh show. Moreover, considering that Mer or Mer in Merkel is the pharaonic word for pyramid, and Kel used to be Ka, the soul as in Merka or Merkaba, almost like America, where there's a big obelisk in the oval. So let's all unite, mankind. We have no choice. Forget about religion and race issues and get rid of these pharaohs together. So here we see a crop circle showing the Swiss cross. Now what are these crop circles warning us for? Maybe that the pharaohs have their base in Switzerland. This is a message to the Russian army and the Russian people. This great Russian Major General Konstantin P. Petrov saw the Pharaoh show and knows how the Nazi Templars of Octagon, Switzerland were the brain behind World War II, who are responsible for the murder on 25 million Russians because the Swiss Nazi Octagon Templars financed and ordered Hitler throughout the whole war. Let's team up.
Сейчас вот это то, что многие политики называют мировое правительство, силы Запада, там как Жириновский, мировое закулисье, это и есть. И сейчас, начиная со времен Древнего Египта, вот эта мафия, которая управляет процессами на планете Земля, она мигрировала, и сейчас ее основная штаб-квартира – это Швейцария. Кстати, вот информация к размышлению. Многие зрители наверняка смотрели фильм «17 мгновений весны» про Штирлиц. Если там помните, вот вся Европа полыхала в пожарах войны, а доктор Плечнер кормил лебедей в Женевском озере. И спрашивается, если фюрер был такой лихой малый, то почему бы ему не взять и не грабануть швейцарские банки? Там же ведь деньги, золото лежало. А Гитлер туда не пошел. То есть Швейцария была неприкосновенной. Почему? Да потому что Гитлер прекрасно понимал, что в Швейцарии находятся его хозяева. И весь победный марш Гитлера по Европе был ничем иным, как сдача ему под единое руководство всего людского, промышленного и военного потенциала Европы для броска на СССР. А зачем? А дело в том, что осуществляя вот эту самую глобализацию, вот эти глобализаторы, они подвели человечество к глобальному системному кризису. И
This rare picture shows Adolf Hitler in Zurich, Switzerland in 1923, when the Swiss Templars financed him 30,000 Swiss francs, which is about €500,000 today, for the first financing only. And for the rest of the war, the Swiss Nazi Templars gave all the orders and made the concentration camps possible, even ordering them. These are all Swiss Nazi Templars' ideas.
ее уже мы продаем. Я вот помню маленьким мальчиком, то есть я из-под крана запросто воду пьешь, и, в общем-то, никаких проблем. А теперь из-под крана вряд ли кто воду пьет. Даже детишки уже не пьют. Они знают, бутылочки надо покупать, продавать там, из них водичку пить. Следующая проблема вот в этом смысле, чтобы представить ее, как она решается. Вот представьте, мы та самая мафия. Мы живем в Швейцарии. Вот. А в Чернобыле как жахнуло, как говорил Петруха, помните, в белом солнце пустыни. И радиоактивное облачко может до нас докатиться, и с неба дождичек может покапать.
It's October 28, 2012 in Switzerland, and it's been snowing the whole day. This is what it looks like. There. We had to put the clock last night 1 hour back. It's winter time. Well, it certainly is winter time. See? Well, I can't go out because of the murder threats by the Swiss police and the Justice Department. So I'll just stay in the balcony, get some fresh air. So So then we went inside and burned the coffee. And with the coffee we had a cake. Usually my wife makes the cakes herself because we don't have so much money to buy it all. I think she got it from someone. So the cake wasn't here. That here, the round thing was in here. And when I lifted it like this, and I took away the white circle here, I suddenly saw something. So at first I thought, well, it looks like a sort of a Star Wars design for kids, you know. And then I saw it. You see the octagon, and inside is the hexagon. So, and around it is a quadrangle. And the quadrangle is the base of the pyramid. I mean, that's we. Underneath, look at the dollar. On top it's them. The base, it's we. So that's the quadrangle. Then we got the octagon. That's the middle circle. And the middle circle protects the inner circle from us, the base, the hexagon. So the hexagon is the inner circle. That's the Freemasons, the politicians, their political wing. And then there is the octagon, which is the military wing, the Nazi Templars with their base Octagon, Switzerland. So this is amazing. Even under a cake they put all these things, you know. Even there, it's amazing. I've never seen this, but it's here. So you see the quadrangle. Then the middle circle is the octagon to protect hexagon from us, and hexagon is the inner circle, the politicians. Well, I mean, look around how they are. They got all this protection because from octagon, you know. Remember the octagon shape on a police badge and a police hat. You know, octagon is between hexagon and the quadrangle, between them. So these guys, you know, they even put it at the bottom of a cake. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely hilarious, it is. Oh man. There it is. So, there's the hexagon in the middle. See? There it is. That's the inner circle. The 6. So the inner circle is the 6, which is protected by the 8, and we, well, I suppose we are 4. Yeah, and we're just the people, yeah. So in fact this proves again what I told you before, is that hexagon orders octagon. So the political wing orders the military wing. The police, the army. Yeah.
The NASA ESA Hubble Space Telescope, with a little help from an amateur astronomer, has produced one of the best views yet of nearby galaxy Messier 106, a striking spiral galaxy with a number of secrets. Located a little over 20 million light-years away, practically a neighbor by cosmic standards, Messier 106 is one of the brightest and nearest spiral galaxies to our Milky Way. Although it may not look particularly unique, some of its features have baffled astronomers for years. Messier 106 has a supermassive black hole at its center. Although this is true for most galaxies, this black hole is particularly active and hungry, gobbling up nearby material at a startling rate. This huge black hole's bottomless appetite is behind much of the galaxy's unusual behavior. Messier 106 appears to be emitting powerful radiation from its center, something we do not see with our Milky Way. This is caused by the very active black hole at the galaxy's center, which violently drags gas and dust inwards. This material heats up, emitting bright microwave and X-ray radiation as it does so. However, this emission is not the most intriguing feature of this spiral galaxy. This image shows the galaxy's other not-so-hidden secret. Alongside its two regular, star-packed spiral arms, it appears to have two more, made out of hot, glowing gas. While these ghostly extra arms have been known about for decades, astronomers were unsure of how they formed, until recently. Yet again, the culprit is Messier 106's supermassive black hole. The extra arms are actually regions of gas that have been heated up to scorching temperatures of millions of degrees. As material spins around and heats up at the galaxy's center, the turbulent motion causes jets of material to shoot outwards. The jets disrupt and heat up all the gas in their path, which in turn excites denser gas towards the center of the galaxy. This gas is tightly bound together, so it remains roughly straight. However, the looser gas further out is blown away from the jets, so that it curves out of the galactic plane, creating the arching red arms seen in this image. These extra arms are very unusual, and this poses a bit of a puzzle, because galactic jets are actually quite common. It is not just spirals that show jets, elliptical galaxies do too, such as the spectacular radio jets seen around the nearby galaxies Hercules A and Centaurus A. And yet, none of these show any of the features seen in Messier 106. Some of the data for this image of Messier 106 were provided by amateur astronomer Robert Gendler. Together with Hubble, these data allow us to visualize the galaxy's chaotic center and mysterious.